All right, everyone, welcome to my lecture on thesis statements. I'm going to start, as always, with my screen share and pulling up my PowerPoint nice and big for you. So if you're in one of my classes, the link that we have here in the title will actually be in those bonus resources, so do watch for that. But the thesis statement is essentially your claim. It's your opinion, and it has to have these three items: limited subject, a precise opinion or an informative perspective, and a blueprint of reasons. And that blueprint of reasons is just going to really help to solidify the outline of your paper. And when I get to how to use the index cards, you're going to see that the paper writes itself if you have this really clear thesis statement. So I have a couple of thesis statement samples for you. These are actual samples from students and student papers that I've received over the years. So I want you to take a look at these and evaluate based on these three criteria and going into those bonus materials and really listening to all these different people talk about thesis statements. So yes, you do need to go into the bonus materials. You do need to watch a couple of videos just so you have that solid understanding. Are these good samples? If so, what makes them a good sample? If not, what are they missing? What could have been changed? Maybe some of the language wasn't as concise and exact as it needed to be. So I've got these two here. You can pause the video and really take a look and dig in. Or I've got this one here. And again, you can pause the video, take a look, and dig in. After that, and after really digging in and evaluating those three different types of thesis statements, I want you to consider how you might refine these. So these are topics, and that's all they are. They are just topics. What we do not have is we do not have all of the elements of a thesis statement. So I want you to, again, pause the video, pick one of these, and kind of refine it into a thesis statement. Okay, so now that you've looked at other student samples, you've looked at how you can compose one out of one of these sentence stems, I want you to generate your own. Okay, so think about your topic. And remember to review what type of paper this is for before you begin, and then write a thesis statement for your paper. Again, you can go back to the beginning so you can see the three components that you have to have for your thesis statement. You can go into those bonus resources and you can listen to what they say for a thesis statement, but they're saying pretty much the same thing. That precise opinion, narrow topic, blueprint of reasons. And so after you've done that, you want to perfect your thesis. Take examples from the students. Having your samples there to practice is so important, and looking at the samples that we had in this PowerPoint and in this slideshow are also important. So then looking at your thesis, I want you to decide what terms in your thesis could be taken from general to specific. So look for that vague language, look for some of the language that isn't as strong as it could be, and see how you could amplify that or up that. What sort of synonyms could you use? What phrases are maybe too wordy that could be more concise with one or two words? And then after you've done this, you're going to match the outline of your main points and consider if that's the exact order you want to go in. If not, you need to switch them up a little bit so you know what order you're going to go in, so I can teach you how to use that as your outline. And then you're going to use the main points as a final portion of your thesis, which are going to explain the structure of your paper. So again, you need to have that blueprint of reasons. That is so key to you as a writer. I mean, it's key for your audience too, so your audience understands what you're going to cover in your paper. But for you as a writer, to be able to sit down and say, I know exactly what points I'm going to be writing about is so important. And I can't teach you how to do the rest until you've done that. So really refine your thesis statement. That is so important. Refine, refine, refine. This is so important that I will spend an entire week focusing on just this. And then, refining your thesis, use any tools that you've had, anything that we've already done to take a look at that thesis statement and decide if it's strong enough. Maybe you've already done some preliminary research, maybe you had to submit a topic proposal, maybe you've already done an outline. Whatever you've already done for this paper, look back on that and see if there's anything you can do to kind of refine that statement just a little bit more. Make sure, again, limited subject, precise opinion, blueprint of reasons. You have to have these three things. If you're doing an informative paper, it would be an informative perspective for that center one. But these things have to be present for you to have a thesis statement. All right. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much.